Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And this afternoon, I watched on Amazon Prime The Pope's Exorcist. When I saw the trailers and I saw that it's got Russell Crowe in the film, I really wanted to watch it and finally did. I was supposed to watch it last weekend, but I was kind of busy, so therefore I didn't get a chance. Then I wanted to watch it this Wednesday because it was a holiday, but I did go out drinking with my friends, so didn't get a chance there as well. So today I just watched it. Today is a Sunday. It's a 2023 American supernatural horror film directed by Julius Avery, and it's a screenplay by a couple of guys who based it on the 1990 book An Exorcist Tells a Story, and there's another book that came out in 1992 called An Exorcist More Story by Father Gabriel Amott. Exorcism. The Catholic Church, I know some of you guys may be Catholic, but the Catholic Church is a criminal organization. They should be dismantled completely, and all the money should go to the general public. We could have a big, huge feast for years. Occupy the Vatican. That's what I say. King of the pedophiles, all that stuff. And of course, they do have this, what do you call it? They do have this policy or this kind of trick to hear the general public, who are Catholics basically, of demon possession. Happens all the time, but especially in America, and of course in Italy. And yes, they have to be exorcised. But I would like to see an exorcist film which is supposed to be based on reality, in which you have to get the priest out of the altar boy. That is an exorcism film which I think all of us can cheer on. Anyway, Russell Crowe, good actor, great actor I should say. I wouldn't say this is one of his best roles, but yeah, it's still good enough for me. You also got Daniel Zuvato, Alex Eso, and Frank Nero in supporting roles. Daniel Zuvato plays Father Esquivel. Frank Nero plays the Pope, and he is basically Gabriel Amott is basically his kind of ward or something like that. Alex Eso plays Julia. She's got. So basically, we get to see a scene in which Father Amott does a exorcism of a young man who is supposed to be possessed, but he's not. He actually has he's mentally ill, so he pretends it's an exorcism. However, the church tribunal kind of believe that he's done one of the biggest sins in the entire world, all because he acted without getting their permission of the church, basically. So Amott leaves completely, and he is a very casual kind of priest, even though he is very knowledgeable and powerful. Like, you see him joking with some of the young, like teasing the young nuns, and he's got a little sense of humor as well. He doesn't have a stick up, sorry, I was going to say a Bible, but he doesn't really have a stick up his ass. However, he is assigned by the Pope to go and see a possessed boy named Henry. Of course, American family in Europe being plagued by a demon. So Henry is this boy who stopped talking after his father died in a car accident a year back. He was in the car as well. He survived, but he stopped talking. His rebellious teenage sister Amy and his mother Julia, they've traveled from America to Spain because they're taking over a mysterious old Spanish abbey which has been in the family of her husband, and that's his only possession. So her plan is to get it, to fix it up and then sell it so that they can go back to the United States with the money. Unfortunately, the workers get scared because there's a freak fire that comes up, and it's not supposed to come in, and the boy goes and awakens something by mistake, and he uh, starts getting possessed. So they go to the doctors. There's nothing they can do. They finally, when the boy says, "Bring me the priest," Julia thinks it's actually the local priest, Father Thomas Escobel. However, he throws him out with the force of his mind, saying that not him, I want the other priest. So they call, Esquivel calls up Amot. He knows of him, but he's never met him before. They try doing the exorcism, but it's clear that the demon is very powerful. Starts mocking everybody. There's a little scene which he actually grabs his mother's breast area, and he starts talking filth. He taunts both Gabriel and Father Gabriel and Father Thomas, and Thomas actually goes and chokes him. But there are things that they've both failed women, but they were who and it ended up being really bad. Thomas was in love with a woman, and unfortunately he couldn't save her. And Father Gabriel couldn't save a young lady who was possessed. So he feels very guilty about it. Soon they actually find that there is from the well nearby, there is a complex that leads underground, and it's completely sealed off by the church. So they go in and they find that there was the founder of the Spanish Inquisition was actually possessed by a demon, and he infiltrated the church and did many evils, so-called to try and say that, oh, we didn't actually kill all these people during the Spanish Inquisition. It was a possessed demon, a man who was possessed by a demon. Bull crap. And then finally they find out that it's actually the demon that's possessing Henry is actually Asmodeus, who I've only heard briefly. Anyway, so there's a huge, I couldn't call it really a fight scene, but there's an exorcism happening. And finally they are victorious, even though Gabriel is actually taken over by Asmodeus for a little while, but timid Father Thomas finally gets, his balls actually finally drop, and he starts, doing the whatever Santo Moni, Santo whatever that stuff is, and they finally are able to destroy Asmodeus, and he is condemned back to hell. Finally, the family, the boy and his sister, and his sister is also possessed briefly. They are able to recover. They finally leave, and for some reason the Pope also fell ill at the same time. I don't know why. Like sympathy pains, maybe, I'm not really sure. But the Pope also recovers. Everybody recovers. They are all. The family leaves back to the United States. Father Thomas and Father Gabriel go and see within the church archive, and they're greeted by a friendly priest of Gabriel, who tells him that there were 200 sites where these demons were actually there, 200 evil sites. So they got one. Now he wants to send them to the remaining 199, and then with the map that they found in the abbey. So finally they're going to combat the devil, and Gabriel says he and Esquivel are basically going to hell. And then you just see a little, the movie basically ends there. You see a little thing about the actual Gabriel Amott, about his writing books and stuff, and about the fact that he later died. I think he died in 2012. So that's the movie. Entertaining, yes. Pretty good. I was actually I was pretty entertained. It's a good movie. It's not a great movie, but yes, it is good. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Full marks to Russell Crowe and Daniel Zovato, who plays Father Esquivel. Have I actually seen this guy in any movie before? Oh yeah, he was in It Follows, Don't Breathe. Who does he play in Don't Breathe, by the way? Oh, he plays the bad guy, Money. So yeah, it's a pretty good movie. I did like it. Did like the kid. The kid did a fantastic job. I actually thought he was possessed. If I actually believe in possession. But yeah, I think it was done really well. It was a good movie. It was made on a budget of 18 million, and at the box office got 74.8 million. I do not know if they're planning to make more movies based on this. Is there a? Yeah, there is a sequel. It's already been announced. It's in early development, so probably in 2025 or something is when we get it. I'm not sure, but Crow is definitely going to be coming back. So yeah, kind of like Avengers for the Catholics, or for the Catholic Church at least, because I think Catholics are way better than their church. But yeah, you do support a criminal organization. To hell with all religion, by the way. All right. That's it for me, guys. But I did like this movie. I pretty much I like movies like this if it's done well. I mean, a lot of it is cliched, of course, and yeah, nobody believes. Now, for a second, they're going to convince me about demons and gods and all that stuff. So, but I did enjoy it. So, take care. Watch it if you can, and I shall see you pretty soon.